It's day 40 of the war, missiles and tanks in action in Gaza, a narrative war on social media, diplomatic battles at global forums and protests across the world, mostly pro-Palestinian protests. Even people who saw Israel as a victim on October 7th now see it as the aggressor, and it's understandable. When you see pictures of dead and injured babies, it shakes you. Why must they suffer? And you tend to forget how it all began, how Hamas launched a terror attack on Israel and how it still holds scores of people hostage. When the attack happened on October 7th, there was sympathy for Israel. But as Israel retaliated, it swiftly turned into anger. The support shifted. People came out to protest for Palestine and against the collective punishment being meted out to them. And this happened across the globe, including in the United States. But yesterday, the US witnessed something new. A march for Israel. And this is where it happened. At the National Mall in Washington, D.C., tens of thousands of people attended. Organizers say some 200,000, but by the looks of it, the numbers could be higher.
We know we again are one fighting family. Family which is so strong, which has so much love. And you know that there is only one outcome in this battle. Our victory.
Now, whatever our different political beliefs and views are about what's happening overseas, you do not have to support all the policies of Israel to support and love and stand with all the people of Israel during a time of profound mourning. During a time of profound mourning. That's why I'm here.
Republicans, Democrats, actors, activists, families of hostages, everyone was present here, and they all had one message: unwavering support for Israel.
Whilst our loved ones are held captive in Gaza and our soldiers are fighting for our beloved Israel, Jews all over the world are assaulted for being Jewish. The hatred, the lies, the brutality, the disgraceful outburst of ancient anti-Semitism are an embarrassment to all civilized people and nations.
This is the largest pro-Jewish march America has seen since October 7th. And there are reasons for it. Since the beginning of the war, America's policy has been pro-Israel. But not all Americans agree with what Israel is doing. And we've seen dissent at every level. In the US State Department, in the administration, even in the White House. So Joe Biden may say that he has Israel's back, but not all his people are backing him. Take the State Department, for example. It has what many call the internal dissent channel. It was started after the Vietnam War. It allows diplomats to raise concerns, and they remain anonymous. Their concerns are addressed to the Secretary of State. In this case, Antony Blinken. He's the Secretary of State. Apparently, 3 cables have already criticized the US policy. And this was just the official criticism. Reports say the dissenting voices grew so loud that Blinken had to formally address them. So he wrote a letter to his staff. I have a quote from what it says. I also know that some people in the department may disagree with approaches we are taking or have views on what we can do better. We are listening. What you share is informing our policy and our messages. We are listening. That's what Antony Blinken is saying. But the rebellion is not limited to the State Department. More than 500 US officials have sent a letter to President Joe Biden. It slams his Israel policy. This letter calls on the president to push for a ceasefire. Clearly, the narrative has shifted against Israel, and this march in Washington, D.C. was supposed to fix it, to show that there's still support for the war, to show that Americans still backed Israel's actions. But beyond that, it was also a cry for solidarity, because in the last few weeks, America has witnessed a surge in anti-Semitism. Jews have been attacked. Between October 7th and October 23rd, there has been a surge of almost 400%. Imagine that, 400% rise in anti-Semitic incidents. And it's only getting worse. One march may not be able to change all of this, but it does send a powerful message.